What's going on, everyone? I wanted to make a quick video explaining how to plan a trade out. So I decided to build a quick little spreadsheet to help you guys have a better idea as to what is going on, right? All right, so here's the spreadsheet. Now, the goal is to obviously make money, and one of the best ways to do that is to make a plan and stick to your plan. Where a lot of people go wrong is they end up holding stocks too long. Uh, they don't really have an idea. They just jump in and out of stocks. They don't have a plan. They don't have a kind of like a little guide that they're going to follow to keep themselves in check, right? So, my whole thing is like my whole strategy is let your winners win and let your losers cut them off immediately. Don't let your losers do anything. Cut your losers, let your winners run. A lot of people will limit themselves as to how much money they make in a day, uh, but those same people won't limit how big of a loss they take. They'll be like, oh, it's okay, it's going to come back. No, no. That what you have to do is you have to let the market be irrational for your benefit. So if you buy a stock and the stock goes from 64 cents to $10, like IGC, you need to let that run. Now, I'm not saying don't take any profits because I do the opposite. I literally will take profits too quick. Uh, Mostly because I know these stocks that are volatile are garbage, and I know their true value is usually close to zero. But the idea is having a plan will help you become more consistent. So I made this spreadsheet, and I'm throwing it in the chat as soon as this video is over. And I'm just going to explain how you can use this, right? So let me pull up my Robinhood account real quick. I used this account for the spreadsheet, right? All right. Okay. So my account is $4,043. It's changed a little bit, but anyways, the max loss I want that I can accept in a day is 3%. I don't want to lose more than 3% in a day. That's whatever, $121. So let's just pretend that I traded NIO on my Robinhood account. Um, I laid out this in the chat room for you guys, and I said, okay, I'm buying NIO at 750. So I come over here. I have my plan, right? Long on support. Long on support. If I was using this account, I would have bought 75 shares at 750. 75 shares. I would have got filled. Let's just say that was the only fill I got because that was the bottom. I now have a plan, right? So let's say my plan is to I want this to go to $8. I want it to go to, let me move this over. I want it to go to 8. My goal is to buy it at 750, sell some at 8. Now, if that's the case, I have a target sell 8, stop out. My risk is 735, right? Once this hits 735, I'm getting out. Come back here. That means that my risk reward ratio is 3 to 1. I want it to go to 8. I think it can go to 8. 50 cents is my reward, and 15 cents is my loss. 750 minus 735 is 15 cents. So I have 15-cent risk and I have 50-cent reward. That comes out to 3.3 to 1 risk reward ratio. You want to be looking for 3 to 1. You want to make trades that are 3 to 1. If I only thought that this stock could go to 760 and I'm going to risk 15 cents, you don't make that trade. That's a losing trade because your risk is a lot lower, is a lot higher than your reward. So it doesn't really make much sense to make that trade. Now, let's just open this back up. So anyways, what happened with me is I bought it, I sold some pretty quick, and then I was waiting. I wanted to really get this thing to go higher, but what happened was, we kind of stalled and I sold at 787 two times, right? So now let's go here. Oh, right. So if I was trading this on Robinhood, I'm not selling at 75 shares, right? I want a 3-to-1 risk ratio. Now, if I'm watching it and it looks like, okay, we're not going above 775, then you get out. Like you're not gonna lose on purpose, but you're gonna risk it. You're gonna let the stock go until your target's met. So let's say $8 is our reward. We let it run to 8. Did it run to 8? Yeah, it did. It went above. It went to 820. So, how I would normally play this is even if I only got this filled, let's just say it went to 8. I'm going to sell, I don't know, let's just say I want to sell half at a little bit more than half. Now I sell half at 8. If the stock goes back down and I sell the rest, I still am really close to a 3-to-1 risk reward. Now what happens is if I sell some at 8 and the stock ends up going to 820 and I want to take more off, now I have a 4-to-1. So let's say I only took off 25 here and now I have 10 shares left and the stock goes to 850. Now I have a 4-to-1 risk reward. So I you're not going to be able to, well, I'm not, and I don't think you will either. If you're trading IGC, and let's look at this a little bit closer. You're not going to be able to buy IGC at 50 cents and hold it and sell it perfectly at 15. Very unlikely. You buy IGC at 50 cents, it goes to $1, you sell a lot of it. Let's just say say you bought 1,000 shares. You're selling 500 here at least. If the stock continues to go up, you sell more. The higher it goes, the more you start selling, okay? If it goes to 100, you sell all of it because it's never going to stay up there. Um, and basically, that's how you plan a trade. You have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're going to lose because you're going to be the type of person that cuts themselves off on a winner and lets their losers just ride and ride and ride, and you're going to lose thousands, hundreds, thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars with that strategy. So I highly suggest you guys using this little table I just made for you guys in the beginning. Um, I'll throw it in the chat under the tools, and I'll be throwing more tools in there, but this is going to be useful for you guys because it will basically line out what you need to be doing. You can change the numbers all you want. And look, you're going to take some losses. So if you stop out, stop out. You are prepared to lose that money. You are risking that money and you are prepared to lose it, so don't be afraid to take the loss. Now, also, if NIO bounces and it goes all the way to 820 immediately, I don't have to sell at 8. I want to sell at 8, but I can miss the $8 sell and sell it at 810, okay? So the goal is let your winners ride and cut your losers quickly. Don't cut your losers where you say you're going to cut them. Does that make sense? Don't say, "Oh, I'm going to take a stop loss at 735 and then the stock's trading at 720 and your whole idea is just way off, completely thrown off, makes no sense, right? Because that's how your account will dwindle. Instead of it going, you know, up Over time, it'll go down over time, like this section. See how it was just going down? That's just bad. This is because I was trying new strategies and I didn't really have a plan. I was just trying to test some things that I wanted to try, and clearly it didn't work. But then over time, you start planning, and you start doing good, and your account will slowly grow, slowly grow. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a day. It takes time to learn this stuff and to figure out, get comfortable doing this day in and day out. But that's how I plan to trade. That's what my goal is, and I hope you guys can start figuring out how to plan your own trades, and take advantage of the tools that I'm giving you. I mean, it's not groundbreaking information. You guys can build that on your own, or you can just use the one that I built for you. But yeah, definitely check it out and definitely start planning your trades. If you have to write it down on a sticky note, make sure you do that. Um, and when the time comes for you to cut a loss, just cut it. You know what? The stock might go back and work the way you wanted it to. But the thing is if I'm shorting, or let's just say I'm buying NIO, right? Or let's say I'm shorting the S&P 500. Where's yesterday? I'm shorting this. I said I want to short it at this price, uh, $278.87. If this goes above 279.50, I'm out. I lost. My trade wasn't my idea didn't work. I take the loss. It's not a big deal. Same here. If I wanted to short it here, if it goes and it breaks through a high a day, well, I'm out. I lost. My idea sucked. It didn't work. That doesn't mean, right? So let's say this is a 70% chance of winning. There's still 30% chance I'm wrong. Oh, 70% chance was right. Okay, same here. 70% chance. Say 65% chance. Okay, well, you know what? There's still a 35% chance I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, I'm just going to admit it really quick and be done with it. Okay? So don't fight. You can't have pride in this game. No pride. If you have pride, if you have an ego, the market will fix it really quick and you will lose a bunch of money. So admit when you're wrong, understand when you're wrong, and cut your losses quickly. Now, if you're right, okay, here's another thing. Ideally, I should have covered on this point, but I wanted to let this thing ride. So when it bounced back up and I saw a good opportunity, I hit it and I took profits because I was like, okay, you know what? I haven't taken any profits. I was up really big. Here's another good play. Let me take it. Made a quick, decent amount of money, and now I let the rest ride. Okay? And sure enough, this thing goes way lower, and I cover at the end of the day, and I had a big win. It's this You have to let your wins win and your losers you got to cut them quick, okay? And that's really the only way to win. If you let your losers go, you're going to get in trouble. If you cut off your winners, you're not going to grow your account. Okay, guys? So you'll hear me say it a ton, but it's just fact. You have to play it that way. So I'm going to post this video. Check out the tool. I'll put it in the section under labeled tools and let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you guys like it, if it helps you guys start winning. Um, and I'm going to be throwing in more tools over time that I use. Okay. But I just want